Ragazzi, benvenuti in questo terzo episodio di Dragon Age The Veilguard. Abbiamo fatto i Corvi la scorsa volta, abbiamo fatto anche la missione secondaria di Corvi, non li abbiamo solo reclutati insieme a Lucanis. Oggi andremo a fare i Draghi Ombra, andremo a contattarli, vedere se possono aiutarci. Prima però andremo a fare un paio di missioni secondarie. Bellara ci ha chiesto aiuto con un certo manufatto, mentre Lucanis ci ha invitato ad un incontro con lui e un altro corvo. La missione si chiama Caffè coi Corvi. Interessante, andremo a vedere. Inizieremo con Bellara però.
Okay, we all know why we're here, right?
Make sure that the artifacts we calmed stay calmed. We know.
This should be easy. Yanarl, you and Strife take the first set. Irlin and Hamuel take the second. Rook and I will handle the rest.
I'm still a little confused about what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, of course you are. Sorry, sometimes I forget not everyone spends all their time studying ancient elven artifacts. We're going to check the crystal alignment, fade connection, and the Lyran reserves.
Has alignment ever been a problem? Even once?
It's not worth the risk. Even if it's only off by a little bit, we know what happens.
Happened once. And we can't even be sure the crystal alignment was why. Look, I know what you're saying, but maybe if
We check it every single time.
I'm sorry. You're right, Sorry.
Forget it.
Are you okay, Bellara?
I'm fine.
It's my fault, really. I'm sorry, Bellara.
Let's go. We want to get back quickly. Of course. See you soon.
Non si fidano di lei. E è comprensibilissimo. È comprensibilissimo.
What was that all about?
What was what all about?
That tension. It seemed pretty heavy.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Here we are, the artifact vault. Or one of them, at least.
Looks like it's seen better days.
Lucciola di Stylase si trova a fronte di un grande cerchio carbonizzato. In condizioni di instabilità il manufatto emette calore e luce tremendi. Può fondere la pietra.
Repairing reality doesn't leave a lot of
Sono un
time
sacco
for
di
repairing walls. At least until
manufatti.
someone falls through a hole in the floor. Random.
Si trovava nelle rovine di un Taig senza nome, vincolo di Galinane. In condizioni di instabilità il manufatto combina più esseri viventi in un solo corpo.
Example.
Causa morte istantanea nella maggior parte dei casi. Intanto abbiamo trovato uno di questi. Un po' troppo usati,
Okay, see those two power crystals?
Okay. New power crystal is in.
Great, and the artifact didn't collapse the room. And there we go.
So it's calmed now?
Should be, and it'll stay that way for a while.
Ok.
And in the meantime, it won't tear open reality. Okay, let's keep going.
Nell'oblio,
Sure.
quindi intendi.
Sounds good.
Mark, quando sta con lei,
So it's nice.
prevede
out, at
guai.
least.
È, è in
ignoring
allerta
that
per
reality
guai.
itself is paper thin here.
Hard to ignore that.
Right.
Più in allerta che con altre. Più in allerta che con altri, almeno.
So what did this artifact do? Before it was calmed, I mean.
It would bring flaming rocks down all around it, every 30 minutes.
Ogni 30
And
minuti.
for some
Preciso.
reason, you'd hear chanting while it did it. Not sure what that was about. Okay, reserves replaced, which means there. Everything's looking good. Thank you, by the way, for helping out. You have better things to do, I know.
No one's currently trying to kill me. That feels like a holiday.
Right. I forget how exciting your life is.
Ultimamente sì.
Okay, one more to go. Thank you for giving me this chance to help people.
You were already kind of doing that as a veil jumper.
Sort of, but it was never as big, you know? As grand. Helping you. Well, we're helping lots of people. Everywhere. I like that. There. Done.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Or will be. It takes a lot out of you, all those little magic bits. Not hard, just exhausting. But it needs to be done, and done right.
Lo rispetto.
Yeah. Keeping reality from falling apart is important. But other veil jumpers can do this. Why not let them?
Because maybe then I can make up for it.
Make up for what?
For not being good enough when it counted. I'm sorry, I can't. Not right now.
È successo qualcosa nel suo passato che non sappiamo. Una situazione di emergenza in cui non è riuscita a fare quello che serviva.
Bellara,
My brother,
What?
back there. You asked me why I did this. Why I put myself out here. For him. For my brother. Wherever he is.
Quindi è morto.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up.
It's okay. Well, no, it's not okay. But not because of you. Syrian. That was his name. We were the same, you know? In a lot of ways. We wanted to learn everything. About Elvenon, the magic, the people, all of it. We heard about the Nodus Strathalin. Figured it had the answers. Or some of them. Then Arlathan started going wrong. I joined the Veil Jumpers to help people. And he kept looking, kept putting himself in danger. It should have been safe. I know, I checked that artifact 3 times. I guess it should have been 4. Artifact started pulsing. He was too close. I couldn't find my way in. They called him a hero. Wanted to make a statue. They thought it would make it all okay.
Sì, qua le dice
I'm sorry doesn't feel like enough.
It's something, even if it doesn't fix it. Syrian, he felt responsible for our people, for me. My little brother. He thought he needed to take care of me. He called me Vora Shivan, hummingbird, in Elven. Said it was because I could never sit still. But he loved me for it. Said it kept him thinking, trying to keep up. And he helped me too. He kept me focused, anchored. And now he's gone. Because I wasn't good enough.
It's not your fault. You have to know that.
Then why does it feel like it was?
You lost someone important. Guilt's part of that. But if you don't learn to get past it, you'll drown.
I wish it were that easy. I've tried. Told myself I couldn't have done anything, and my head believes it. But my heart doesn't. So I try to make up for it. Honor him. Learn about our people. Find the truth. Maybe when I do, I'll feel it.
Feel what?
That he forgives me. And that I deserve it. We should head back. Rook. Thank you for being here.
Dai, mi è piaciuto perché è sempre stata la tipa ingenua, allegra, che sembrava avesse zero spessore. E mi è uscita fuori questa parte di storia molto interessante,
What a
direi.
horrible way to go.
Wonder what Harding would think
Ora
of
già
it.
mi sta meno sul cazzo.
Everything about the forest is changing. Now even the plants can kill you.
Ora già è diventato più interessante. Anche se comunque voglio vedere se... Mi piacerebbe vedere questo suo lato di lei tornare più spesso. Andiamo a esplorare di più su Lucanis con la sua missione secondaria a Treviso con i corvi. Viaggia.
Come on, Ilario will meet us at Caffè Pietra. It's not that far from here. We have time before he arrives. I wouldn't mind looking around a while.
Ok.
The markets are running. Good. I need to get some things while we're here. Treviso. I barely had time to look around when we returned from the ossuary.
This place, does it feel very different?
In some ways, more than I expected, but then, perhaps it's me. Ah, here.
Welcome.
Devo acquistare per te?
For Harding's Garden. Spearmint is supposed to calm bad dreams. It's good in desserts, too.
Ha degli
So,
incubi?
you and
Forse per la
Ilario
magia
are
che ha preso.
cousins?
Yes, but we're more like
Per i poteri
brothers.
che ha
Katarina
ottenuto.
took us both in a long time ago now. Here's the place.
Pesci?
Bellara mentioned the daily seafood recipe she wants to make.
The demon of Virantium is grocery shopping for the
Esatto.
team?
Have you seen what they eat? It's a miracle you didn't all starve before you hired me.
When we met, it didn't seem like Ilario and Katarina were close.
It was hard to be close to her, even for me, and I was her favorite. A good selection.
Per chi sono questi?
Fresh fruit. Neve only eats fried fish. You'd think a detective would have discovered scurvy by now.
Is that
Ma-
everything on the list?
Yes, and Ilario should be here by now. Let's go before he gets himself in trouble.
Gli interessa così tanto della squadra? Non sembrava il tipo. Questo per chi è?
You
Per
can't buy
te.
something for everyone but yourself. Here, this is for you.
A wyvern tooth dagger? I loved wyverns as a boy. Katarina would never let me have one of these, though.
Non sapevo fosse così generoso, Lucanis.
Caffè Pietra is just ahead.
That's where we're meeting your cousin? Why not the casino?
House Cantori has many talents. Making coffee is not one of them.
Eccoci qua. Oh, che figo Mark.
Finally. I thought you might leave me here all by my lonesome.
Please. You think I'd ever pass up Caffè Pietra's coffee?
You see, Rook, my cousin is all stomach and no heart.
Don't mind him. Ilario cannot appreciate anything but himself. They serve a specialty roast here. Andoral's breath. Bitter and sweet, like a kiss goodbye. You should try it.
Agrodolce combatto da Dio. La perfezione. Hanno qualcosa di più dolce?
Bitter's good. Chocolate is better.
They have cioccolata calda. It was my favorite
Italiano.
drink as a child.
I think you're shaming me, but I'm ordering the Choco Chico thing. Nobody's listening. Should we get to business?
There's still the one at table 3.
She just left to follow the waitress.
So, you have something?
The crows I sent after Sarah have picked up her trail. They say she's gone to Virantium.
We could be in Virantium in no time with the Alluvian.
It won't matter. Zara's not in Virantium.
You have better information?
We're compromised. There's no other way Zara could even touch Katarina. You need your eyes here, in Antiva.
Sarah would never be foolish enough to stay. Not with you out for blood.
Of course she would. If the crows protecting her are here.
Rook, reason with him, would you? He's being paranoid.
I am not paranoid. She came after me. She came after Katerina. She will come for you too.
If it'll make you feel better, I'll clean house, all right? Leave this to me.
Effettivamente ha senso, non ci aveva pensato Mark.
He's gone.
Of course he is. Ilario always caves under pressure.
Your cousin only seems to hear about 1 word in 10.
He's always been this way. He hears what he wants to hear.
Fiero. Buono.
How's the coffee? As good as you remembered?
Better. I dreamed about this coffee for a year. They say taste and smell awaken our strongest memories. For so long, memories were all I had. But whatever the circumstances, the here and now is a much finer place to be. How's your cioccolata calda?
Cioccolata calda.
Delicious. Everyone deserves a chance to try it. Ready to head back to the lighthouse?
Almost.
Mark è così che lui prende il caffè, ma invece Mark si prende la cioccolata calda, proprio fiero. Sembra qualcosa che Mark potrebbe fare. E che ha fatto? Che ha fatto? Torniamo un attimo al faro. Parliamo con Bellara.
A sharp eye, a quick mind, and luck. That's most of the job.
So, do you think I could become one? An investigator?
It takes a certain amount of focus, too.
Oh, okay, well, maybe not then. I still can't believe it. I'm talking to the Nev Gallus.
And that's sweet, but I don't need the flattery.
Right, just a person I'll try to remember.
Rook, here to join us?
I'm glad to see you're making friends, Bellara.
Oh, definitely. Nev's, well, Nev, she's been just so kind.
It turns out Bellara knows my work. Or at least the parts that make the papers.
It all sounds so exciting. The things you've done, the people you've helped.
Those are the ones that go well. You don't hear about the rest. Everyone wants a scandal. Or a happy ending.
Or both, like the time you told the Marquis to—
Hold on. I don't think Rook's interested in that story.
Rook's a little interested.
Look, I'd love to. Honest. But that story needs the right atmosphere.
Ah, ma non ho mai
After
notato
dark
che gli
over
mancava un
bad
piede.
coffee. Or expensive wine. Take your pick.
Ci avevo mai fatto
Speaking
caso.
of, what's the situation with cooking exactly? Are we on a rotation or what? I can help out. I'm a pretty good cook, with some things at least. Well, most of the time. Sometimes I get distracted and things burn.
Lascia che Neve e Bellara concludano la conversazione senza di te. Devo andare.
Oh, good. It's not just me.
Do you mostly cook Dalish foods? I haven't had a chance to try many.
Sometimes. Not a lot of options when you're out in the forest. But I've learned a lot of different cooking styles. Antivan, Rivani. Oh, I even learned how to make Tevinter Khachapuri.
Wait, real khachapuri? The hollowed out bread? 3 kinds of cheese? I love khachapuri.
Basta che non sia
What
Mark a
about you,
cucinare.
Rook? What are you craving?
Craving. In realtà un... sì.
Anything. I'm not too picky.
Really? Maybe we'll surprise you. But the good kind of surprise, for once.
You should have an assistant. Someone to make sure it doesn't burn. See if it tastes right. That sort of thing.
Nev Gallus, helping me cook?
Le donne che
Again,
cucinano,
the
benissimo.
flattery
Mi sembra giusto,
Right,
al loro
just a
posto.
person. Got it.
Great. Now, let's see what we can scrounge up.
Basta che non sia Mark a cucinare, poi fate quello che volete. Cosa vuole Lucanis? Vuole parlare di nuovo?
Rook, do you have a minute?
Of course. Something wrong?
Thea wants to meet.
That
Davvero?
doesn't sound like a bad thing.
She wants to plan Katerina's funeral.
Oh, right.
If you don't mind, I could use some backup. In case Spike gets out of hand.
Let's not keep Teo waiting.
Va bene. Però non adesso. Voglio andare a fare i draghi ombra. Questo lo faremo in un secondo momento. Tanto, vabbè, dubito che abbia detto dubito che avvisi Rook del funerale proprio il giorno stesso. Dai. No, dai. Un po' di preavviso.
Look at all those green leaves. You have really brought this place to life.
Amazing what a little weeding and water can do. They're growing so fast, too. Even the ones I haven't tended. Maybe they just needed someone to remind them?
Andiamo a cercare i draghi ombra.
Minrathous, the heart of Tevinter. Somehow the beat of it always pulls me back.
It's just how I left it.
It always is.
Do the Shadow Dragons know we're here?
Nev Gallus! You only turn up when you want news. Or you've got some.
Tarquin!
And it's Rook now, I hear.
Tarquin?
I thought you'd be gone for good.
How are things?
Same old Minrathous. Major's not letting us poor, ungifted wretches forget where we stand. You know the Viper.
Facendo parte di draghi ombra hai lavorato con Tarkin e la Vipera.
I know he likes to make an entrance.
No one watches the rooftops.
Sure, that's what he says. So why the meeting? Is this about your work with Varric?
Something terrible got loose when we disrupted Solas's ritual. A pair of elven gods.
Gods?
They blighted a village in Arlethan, Demeter's Crossing.
There are venatory whispers about that place. Now we know why.
What's been happening in the city?
Underground sacrifices, dangerous relics flooding the black
Sacrifici
market.
segreti.
The cults gathering power.
Ah, giustamente, sacrifici verso gli dei.
Relics? What kind?
We were tracking a set of red lyrium relics before you got here. Smuggled in recently.
They enhance blood magic and can summon demons far too easily. We destroyed one and tore another off a slaver.
We think the third's right here in Docktown.
Docktown's my home. If it's got problems and I'm here, I can track this faster than anyone in the city.
Sarà meglio. Oh, così che... Vabbè, dai,
Hold on. I'm happy to help.
It's fine. I can catch up with you.
We don't know where the gods are or what they're doing. We're here for help. It's fair I give some in return.
The relics don't play nice with the Veil, and they resonate with each other. We destroyed the lyrium in the last one we found, but it should still track the third.
Give it to me. I'll get it done.
We'll keep eyes on the Venatori. If there's a tie to these elven gods, we'll find it. And welcome home, Rook. Try not to get yourself run out of the city again.
mi piace Mark che fa parte dei draghi ombra, che conosce questo giro.
Ready for a tour of Docktown? Stick with me.
The relic the Viper gave us responds to the missing one.
And it is. It should pick up places where the missing relic disrupted the Veil. Find a trail of those and we'll get somewhere.
So you live in Docktown?
My whole life. Unless I'm away on a case. Or crashing in the Fade.
This place is calmer when the palace isn't trying to kill us.
Ah, ecco, c'è anche Harding.
Oh, sure. We're just chasing a dangerous relic through the streets.
Right. Sorry,
Oh no, I was half agreeing with you. Aha! The relic's pulling toward the Temple of Andraste.
Tempio di Andraste? Ma nel Tevinter non erano... Non era diversa la religione, cioè non avevano una... vabbè, no, è vero, sì, la vedevano in modo diverso, ma...
Right, on it.
Wait.
Ma comunque credevano nella loro
breaking into a
esistenza.
chantry?
The courtyard's public ground, and we can't lose the trail.
Chissà perché...
Is this
So
what
la
you do for the
strada.
Shadow Dragons? When you aren't with us?
I look for things. People, objects, information. People have problems that Templars and Magisters can't help. Or won't. Word got out I might. It's enough to live on. If it doesn't get me killed.
Fatta bene l'estetica delle case di Minrathous. A stile.
Bodies in the courtyard.
Stay sharp.
Cadaveri dove? Io non li ho visti. Ah, ecco. Marcus, ho avuto un contrattempo alla chiesa. Le sorelle hanno bisogno di tempo per raccogliere i documenti che abbiamo richiesto. Ti sto scrivendo seduta sui gradini. Qualcuno ha appena attraversato il cortile, mi ha lanciato un'occhiataccia. Pensavo di potergli chiedere di portare questa lettera, ma troverò qualcun altro. Vorrei che le sorelle si sbrigassero. Farò molto tardi, ma aspettami comunque al lampionaio. Verrò. Sibyl.
Killed. Based on the marks, I'd say demons.
These poor people.
Li hanno uccisi per qualche motivo in particolare, oltre al semplice dare potere agli dei?
Demons! Is this the relic's work?
It's not a coincidence.
Bene. Ok.
The relic we're chasing, it's unstable.
Leaving chaos behind it.
This isn't the only market left on the Veil. I can feel it. Find that, and we may get more.
Un'altra lamentela, voci di una qualche persona losca vistamente portava con sé una specie di reliquia. La gente temeva che fosse instabile e che potesse attirare demoni. Potrebbe non essere nulla, ma il nervosismo è troppo diffuso. Ti invio al tempio, da un'occhiata, così potremmo dire di averlo fatto. Ci vedremo in seguito. L.
Couldn't escape the demons. If there's family or a friend, I can track them down later. Make sure they know.
Is this what we're after?
Let me take a look.
Quanta roba. Dammi tutto. Intuizione.
Relic. Courtyard. Back way.
What was that?
It's a remnant. An echo from the Fade drawn to magical disruptions. If the relic drew it here, the voice could be a memory of the smuggler. Courtyard's quiet, fewer eyes, so you cut through here, where there's a path to the market. Follow me.
Quindi neve in grado di attirare questi ricordi che aiutano per aiutare a comprendere meglio qualcosa.
Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it.
Ah, può fare anche questo, ok.
Here goes nothing.
Può...
All right.
Ok, può interagire
Follow me.
con queste barriere, d'accordo. Che ne ho già viste alcune
You
esplorando.
know, I took this job. It's on me. And the Venatori cult's no joke. If anyone wants out...
Stopping Venatori is both our jobs.
And I'm going to help, obviously.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Up there. Is that another remnant?
How are we gonna get up there?
There's always a way to get places.
So many people in Minrathous. Don't you get lost in the crowd?
Sometimes that's just what you want.
Coin to spare?
Si passa dal di qua.
Almost there. Remnants ahead.
Parkour, cavolo, qua metti un piede sbagliato, sei morto.
You got it.
Vai, interagisci.
Handoff. Third bell. Late.
Bells ring when ships go in and out. Could be using them for timing, near the docks. I think our smuggler's on a deadline. The relic's pull agrees. Let's visit the docks.
D'accordo.
Elevator's locked. Someone forgot to bribe the dockmaster. Still up for a walk? This isn't the only way to the docks.
Ok, qual è l'altro modo per arrivarci?
Oh, yes, please.
All right, through here.
Ah, va bene, pensaci tu.
I've got this.
I'm guessing you know all the shortcuts in Dogtown. All its secrets.
No. If someone thinks they know all Dogtown secrets, they're either kidding themselves or scamming you. Come on. This path will swing back to the docks.
I vicoli sono fatti veramente molto bene, mettono la giusta atmosfera, cioè proprio questo corridoio secondo me è fighissimo. Ampio, ma allo stesso tempo ristretto, pulito, mi piace tantissimo.
More demons.
We can't leave him loose.
Oh, perfetto.
The longer that relic's in Dogtown.
These are my neighbors. That relic won't stay in my town.
Salta!
The Inquisition had to deal with the Venatori.
Inquisizione.
Ah, yes. The cult speaks fondly of you.
That's, really?
You were a thorn in their side. I'd say that's flattery.
L'Inquisizione. Con i Venatori, cazzo. Cioè, erano le forze di Corypheus. Ed eccoci al molo. Si scende.
We're getting closer. You bet.
Soon, the buyer meeting.
Right, a meeting, but where? The trail's starting to fray.
Wrong turn.
Nice relic. Shouldn't it belong
Mago
to the
Venatori.
Not a chance.
Muorici.
I am empowered.
Threat of Venator. On your way.
You're hit.
Finish it. The faithful are done.
Looks like we have company.
Li abbiamo completamente distrutti.
Is
Quindi non
everyone
eravamo ne
right?
posto sbagliato.
Nev, you're back in the city.
Templarana Savas. Don't say you missed me.
I wasn't going to.
Really? Because I heard there's a relic loose. With red lyrium?
How do you... Never mind. You can't say. You never can.
Rook, meet my friend Rana. At least I think we're friends.
Yes. And Rook, if you're with Nev, I take it I can trust you?
Well, I know what's going on and you don't, so...
Fine. If you have anything on the relic,
You're on the case?
it's my job to stop illegal magic.
You're working this alone?
Not if you help. There's a rumor the relic trades hands tonight, and Albin Bataris is the buyer.
A Magister's son. Interesting. I should get moving.
Nev,
I get the feeling you two have stories.
and they all start like this.
With me annoying you? Harsh, but fair. Look, you're busy. We just got attacked, which means you won't leave until you're sure no one else is lurking around.
And you won't wait.
What can I say? Work to do.
Where are you going?
For a walk to the spillway.
I'll catch up when I'm done.
If you say so.
È lì che la pista si porta, canale di scarico, ancora non l'aveva detto.
Our trail is frayed, but the spillway's our best bet. Let's go.
Rana's not a shadow dragon. So, you work with Templars too?
Ron is clean and her information's good. The rest? Only when I have to.
And the spillway?
Rana mentioned Albin Bataris, and she doesn't share rumors unless they're likely. Albin's father oversaw some construction there. If he's visiting this part of town, that narrows the search.
Sa quello che fa.
Voices. There's someone up ahead.
Albin Bataris. Your relic.
Raggiungiamoli.
Gods rise and power with them. For the glory of Tevinter reborn.
Albin's our buyer, and Divinatori. Sounds like the cult is working for the gods.
Ah,
He's using it
come
now.
anche i cunari.
Move! We need to get closer. We can't let him bolt.
Stanno attirando molte forze allo cospetto.
We have our relic buyer.
The Venatori don't need that relic.
Stanno attirando molte forze.
Stop me! You can't stop the Venatori.
Quali altri hanno attirato?
Will what? Impress those risen gods. Can you even control it?
Vai! Ba-ba-bam!
The Venatori's power is on the rise, and this part's mine.
You're not keeping that relic!
You won't walk away from here!
More demons! We can't let them get loose!
We need to stop them here.
Vai, ho distrutto lei, tutti morti.
You won't be releasing any more demons.
And you're the smuggler. I know you. You're part of the Thread Crime Syndicate. Smuggling, sure. But Red Lyrium. Working with Venatori. It's not your style.
Here they are. My son is no cultist. He was completely misled. I appreciate your help, Knight Commander.
Fuorviato?
Let's go.
Da chi? Come?
Nice try. The Venatori rise.
È una scusa, ovviamente, non è vero.
You know he's guilty. How much did it cost the Magister?
Watch it, Gallus, or you'll be charged.
With what? I tie something up and you undo it. Isn't this familiar?
Save the sob story. We got the smuggler. Or do you want Bataris to release her, too?
I'll find a way to fix this.
Damn it.
People like Bataris, it's why the city needs us.
Yeah,
At least we stopped the literal demons.
we did. And we got the relic and the smuggler. The shadows will watch the cult. If that leads to the gods, they'll send word. Count your wins, Rook. We both know they don't come easy.
It wasn't a perfect ending, but Docktown was safe. From
Per ora.
tonight's demons, anyway. Nev's past was coming back to haunt her. She just didn't know it yet.
Quindi i venatori lavorano con un culto di criminali vicino a Minrathous e hanno la protezione di alcuni magister. I venatori ovviamente lavorano per gli dei, è un'altra forza che stanno acquisendo gli antichi dei elfici insieme ai cunari. Quali altre forze hanno acquisito?
The Shadow Dragons have a hideout in Docktown. We should check in, see if there's news on the Venatori.
Already?
They work fast, and with that relic case off their hands, they'll work even faster. Meet you in Docktown.
D'accordo, ma prima andiamo a fare la missione che Lucanis ha dato riguardo ai corvi. L'ultimo saluto, andiamo al funerale insieme a Lucanis.
Good, you're here.
Thank you for making the arrangements, Thea.
For Caterina? How could I do otherwise? I'm so sorry, Lucanis. This must be such a blow. Rook, thank you for coming with him. I need Juan de la Morte to plan this. His cousin has been no help at all.
I'm sorry, Thea. This is just too much right now.
Lucanis would have stayed in the base drinking coffee if I hadn't agreed to come along.
Andraste, save us. I swear these boys are exactly the same. There's a lot to plan. But first, I need the ashes.
Ashes?
Make it help us. Yes, the ashes. Caterina's ashes. From the cremation?
Oh, yes, of course. I'll get them to you right away.
Ilario, what happened?
What do you mean?
Caterina, how? How did the Venatori get to her? When? Where? In the estate? In the city? How did they get past our people? What did they use? Poison? Blades? I need to know.
Cousin, stop. You can't dwell on this. It'll drive you mad.
I'm not dwelling. Zara killed the first Talon. I have to know how if I'm going to stop her.
I told you. I'm handling it.
Perché non può dirlo?
Enough of this.
Cosa
We have
gli
other things
costa?
to discuss.
My apologies, Andrea. Continue without me. I'll get you the ashes.
Non è che lui sta dalla parte di Zara?
Something's going on with him. I don't know what.
When he's not on the job, my cousin always has his head in the clouds.
Hilario can be a handful. But this? The only time I've seen him like this was when Lucanis died. You're worrying, aren't you? What will people say if they hear the demon of Virantium has a big, soft heart?
He's been careless at times, but never when his own life was on the line. Zara took down the first Talon. Anyone could be next. And my cousin doesn't want to think about it?
You have a point. It's not like Hilario to ignore a knife coming at him.
What do you need from me for the funeral?
Come. I'll get us some drinks and we can make the arrangements.
Secondo me c'entra qualcosa.
Our house owes you for handling all of this.
Caterina was family. Can you imagine what she'd say if she saw us all like this?
She'd be furious, especially at Hilario, as usual.
How did you stay on our good side?
What good side?
To hear Caterina tell it, Lucanis can do no wrong.
It's easy to look good standing next to my cousin.
I'll have my people keep an eye on him for you.
Thank you, Thea.
Go on. I'll let you know if something comes up.
Ah, tutto qui? Tutto qui? Ma non doveva esserci un funerale? Hanno solamente parlato? Questa non mi è piaciuta per niente. Io aspettavo qualcosa di un po' più particolare, un po' più scenico. Hanno parlato un paio di volte e basta, ma mi è sfuggito qualcosa? Boh. Vabbè. Andiamo a contattare i draghi Ombra allora.
Fewer people than I expected. Let's find Asher.
Asher?
The Viper. He prefers to be called Asher in private. Said I could tell you.
Parla con la vipera.
Trouble in the Anvalanim. Darkspawn.
But those tunnels are safe
Oscura?
passage for...
I know. We've had to close that entrance.
We can help. We've recently had to deal with Blight. Those Darkspawn have to be destroyed before they get out into the city.
If you get through, signal the all clear at the hidden door.
Però l'oscura qui.
Raining again.
Sono venuti per aiutare i venatori. Bella questa porta.
This is troubling. Darkspawn in the city.
And in one of the worst places. The shadows rely on those tunnels to rescue people.
Welcome to the shop.
Acquistiamo questo dono.
Come back anytime.
Ho comprato qualcosa tipo riguardo un mito locale. Ci sta, magari l'ha preso perché gli interessa a Mark. Poi pensa, però potrebbe piacere a Neve. Glielo dà poi. D'accordo. Ora però non è il momento. Andiamo a continuare questa missione.
The Anvalanim should have an entrance this way. The passage is hidden by a Venatori. Why are they so close to the shop?
hanno a che fare qui con l'oscura, forse.
They're shooting for us.
There. Is that the wall carving you mentioned?
That's the one. There's a switch behind the serpent's head on the left.
Got it.
Molto semplice.
That did it. We can get through now.
I got a light on me. Let's kill those shadow dragon rats so I can leave this place.
Bam!
Get down here with us. Get them. Reinforcements.
Reinforcements. We can't let them reach the shadow dragon hideout. Even more Venatori? We have to take out the leaders.
Sprecata, ma ok.
Now that's a nice shot.
They never saw that.
Got us from a distance. Those and Venatori were on the same side.
I know, and that worries me. At least that seems to be the last of them.
It should be safe for the shadows to use the entrance again.
Let's find it and tell them to open up.
There it is. The hidden entrance back into the shop.
It's Rook. All clear down here.
Nice work. I'll get the door.
Di ritorno.
How did the Venatori even know about the shop? Isn't it supposed to be a secret?
We help the people in Docktown. They know where we are. Someone might have talked about the shop.
Altri traditori come
People spreading
a
rumors,
Treviso?
That's easy to handle. But Darkspawn? That's different.
Ah, forse sono... ok. Hanno sentito gente parlarne.
You really saved our skins there, Rook. Those Darkspawn could have destroyed us.
It wasn't just Darkspawn. Venatori were there too, and they weren't fighting each other.
How is that possible? Darkspawn attack all living things.
Darkspawn are blighted. If the gods control the blight, they might control the Darkspawn.
Se controllano la corruzione, forse vale lo stesso con i parole oscura. Certo, esatto, e questo è... pensavo fosse scontato.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
The Venatori could have magic that protects them, or worse, they could be allied somehow.
If you're looking for answers about the Venatori, I may have a lead. A warehouse on the other side of the city. Lots of cult activity. And some of them were spotted headed towards a shop. Could be a coincidence, or it could be something more.
It's worth a look.
Agreed. Rook?
Let's go.
One day you're moved.
Nice to see the Vipers still making waves around the city.
He made his name freeing slaves and supporting their rebellions. He won't stop until slavery ends in Tevinter.
Ci vorrà molto. Allora.
So the Viper's real name is Asher?
A middle name. He calls himself Viper for first impressions, or so he says.
What do you mean?
Asher just doesn't have the same impact, does it?
Quindi ora abbiamo un maggior motivo di credere che anche i Pro Oscura sono influenzati dagli dei. Sì, anche se io comunque già lo credevo.
Those are Venatori. We're on the right track.
Ma ora lo crede anche Marco. Per quanto sia comunque ancora solo un'ipotesi, non è detto. Ma è probabile. Oh. Ogni volta che stucciamo Venatori il legame con Neve aumenta. Talmente li odia.
Locked. There has to be another way in.
Siamo sul tetto. E altri, ovviamente.
all the Venatori guarding the place.
Dai. L'abilità di neve che rallenta il tempo mi fa fare una hit di una magia pesante e gratuita. È fortissimo.
They're summoning Darkspawn. How? We stop them, then we
Venatori and Darkspawn under their control. Stop them.
Esatto, è quello che pensavo. I Venatori però non sono alleati, semplicemente i Venatori li stanno prendendo il loro controllo. Sempre per conto delle divinità, sicuro. Quindi degli elfici potentano la corruzione e tramite i Venatori controllano la prole oscura più potente.
Let's end this.
That's all of the Darkspawn and Venatori. Let's search the place and figure out what they were doing.
I draghi ombra ci osservano, non lasciateli avvicinare. L'esatta ubicazione del loro nascondiglio è ignota, ma utilizzano le catacombe. Mandati prole oscura per stanarli. Quindi stanno utilizzando le prole oscura come esercito.
At least they don't know where the shadow dragons are, exactly.
Per ora bisogna stare in allerta. Alto comandante Lenos, è una benedizione averti come leale amico. Continua a servirci e verrai generosamente ricompensato per la gloria del nuovo Tevinter.
This note. Knight Commander Lenos of the Minrathous Templars is being paid off by Venatori.
Damn it.
Look at this. Draining into the tunnels below the city, perhaps?
One more way the Venatori released blight into our tunnels. I'll tell the other shadows.
Istruzioni rituali. Elgarnan ci ha benedetto con l'antica conoscenza. La reliquia ci permette di controllare i prole oscura mediante il loro sangue corrotto. Usatela per distruggere i nostri nemici nel suo nome. Ok, quello che
gave
immaginavo.
the Venatori a relic they can use to control Darkspawn.
Hey Rook, is everything all right in there?
Ora sì.
Did you find anything in there?
The Risen Gods taught the Venatori how to control Darkspawn. Explains why the hideout was attacked.
We found documents from the Knight Commander. I knew he was crooked. I didn't think he was actually a Venatori.
Let's head back to the shop. We'll discuss things there.
Non ci voleva tanto fare un cambio di inquadratura e far vedere Mark quando parla in faccia, però vabbè.
You managed to catch the stragglers fleeing the warehouse.
They'll think twice before coming back here. What else did you find?
The Venatori serve Elgranon and Gillinane like we thought. They gave the cult control over Darkspawn.
Great. Sounds like the Venatori are going to be even more trouble.
I think we've only scratched the surface. It will get worse.
It's good that you're back. You know more about the Risen Gods than anyone. Not surprising, since you technically set them loose in the first place.
Now, let's not dwell on past mistakes. The cult has its hooks deep in the city. Venatori backers sit in the magisterium chambers, and now they wield power given to them by the gods. We'll have to get along if there's any chance of surviving this.
May, what are you doing here? You promised you'd lay low.
Tried it, didn't much care for it.
Tu sei Maevaris Tilani.
You're Magister Maevaris Tilani. I watched you argue against slavery in the Magisterium, but I had no idea you were a shadow dragon.
I know you, don't I? Rook. They told me Varric stole you away for a job.
Mi avevano detto che Varric ti aveva rubato per un lavoro.
You know Varric?
Oh, we go way back. I'll tell you all about it sometime. If Varric asked for your help, you must be something special. Shame I missed him while he was here. I've been away, laying low after all the allegations. The Venatori fabricated a scandal and had my magisterium title stripped from me.
I'm sorry, I hadn't heard.
We can talk about it later, if you want. My concerns feel petty when stacked against risen gods. The shadow dragons have a lot to discuss, but you, Rook, are expected at the Swan.
Me? The Cobbled Swan? Why?
The First Warden is here to speak with you.
Primo Custode.
The First Warden? Let's hope we actually get some help with the blight.
Come back when you can. I think we'll need your help again.
Quindi un nuovo compagno. La situazione sta diventando sempre più chiara. Ok, ho cambiato l'armatura. Bellissima, è di Draghi Ombra tra l'altro, quindi perfetto. E poi pensavo di tornare al faro per consegnare il dono a Neve, però no, non ha senso. Ci hanno detto che è richiesta la nostra presenza al cigno, no? Non ha senso aspettare, quindi ci andiamo direttamente. Eccoci arrivati.
I am Jowin Glastrom, First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt. I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing.
You're a shadow dragon, I hear. A criminal organization of Tevinter insurgents. I was not surprised to learn that you are wanted for numerous offenses, including theft, murder, and wanton destruction of property.
Distruzione gratuita di proprietà. Giustamente, perché gli schiavi sono proprietà,
Theft? You mean rescuing enslaved people? Murder? You mean the Venatori cultists who enslaved those people?
And destruction of property?
Just felt like it.
Fine. All I want to know is how a Minrathous crook unleashed the Blight.
I think unleashed is a little strong. It was an unfortunate side effect.
The Blight was a side effect?
Yes, of stopping the Dreadwolf, elven god of lies, from destroying the Veil. We did stop him, by the way. You're welcome.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales. I am here because of the Blight.
Right, but it all ties together. See, when we disrupted the ritual, Solas got trapped in the Fade. But two of the elven gods got out. Elgranon and Gillinane, we think. And they're blighted.
Why would elven gods be blighted?
The ancient elven gods used the blight. That's why Solas imprisoned them. The point is that the gods are making the blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
I suspected more politicking from the remnants of the Inquisition.
I see now
that I was wrong.
I'm really glad to hear that.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
What? Finché non sarà passato il pericolo che è causato scatenando la corruzione. Perché io ho liberato gli dei, quindi dicono che è colpa mia che io ho scatenato la corruzione. In realtà sono stati gli dei a farlo, non io.
Are you kidding me?
I assure you, I am deadly serious.
I don't have time to sit here and stroke your ego. You need to shut up and listen. The threat is real. The gods are coming, and they're bringing the Blight with them.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable. The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do. And we will do so without you causing confusion with your deranged conspiracy theories. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941, Dragon. The Grey Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
Esatto. 10 anni fa.
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security of the Grey Wardens for this deluded boy?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little about the security of the Grey Wardens.
Stay away from the Blight, and do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
Sembra... Aspetta! Non avevo letto il suo nome, però poi ho detto, aspetta, ma questo è il doppiatore di Dorian. E infatti è Dorian, è incredibile, sembra cambiato completamente. Sembra cambiare... È tutta un'altra persona, cavolo. Magister Pavus.
Magister Pavus? Your timing is impeccable.
A flawless entrance, I'd say.
Thanks for the rescue.
Ha cambiato completamente lo stile di
The Grey
capelli.
Warden prison.
A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Mayvarus Talani? Of the Shadow Dragons?
The very same.
I've heard other Shadow Dragons talk about you, but your relation to us was never entirely clear to me. You one of us? Or just a powerful ally?
That depends on your point of view. Perhaps you've heard of the Lucerni.
Lightbringers, a political faction pushing for change in Tevinter.
Started by Mayvarus and I, yes. After she was framed for treason, the faction was dissolved, ostensibly. Mayvarus Tilani is not a woman who surrenders easily. She just took the Lucerni underground.
Oh. Bring the light.
She protected me. Kept my name spotless so I could remain in the Magisterium as her eyes and ears. So, one of you, or just an ally? Which do you think?
Più che uno di noi. Porta la luce nell'oscurità, è questo il motto dei Draghi Ombra, no? Quindi lui ha fondato i Draghi Ombra.
The First Warden's a problem. If he won't help, I need him to stay out of my way.
I'm sure he'll show up again. Like an ulcer. For now, pay him no mind. No Grey Warden worth the name sits in a Minrathous lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight. In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venatori. Good luck. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Only the veil stood between us and a world of blighted darkness. But on this side, the gods could only tap a trickle. They had to turn that trickle into a flood. They sure could have used Solas's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own.
Ancora più potente, forse.
Drowning the world in blight.
Potenti in modo
Just
diverso.
a matter of time.
Vogliono scindere il velo in modo da poter ottenere più potere. Dai, mi piace, avevano ritrovato Dorian. Bene. E abbiamo capito che lui è più che uno dei membri dei Draghi Ombra. Torniamo al faro, che dobbiamo parlare con Varric. Prima però Mark realizza che quello che ha comprato al mercato può essere gradito da Neve. E visto che non gli interessa così tanto, comunque l'ha già un po' guardato, preferisce darlo a Neve. Ha anche una missione?
This was with my things. It looks like your handwriting. I didn't read it. Well, a couple of words. I thought it might be one of mine. I don't even know how it got there.
It's those wisps. I need more wards.
Oh, I can help with that.
I started this. I'll deal with it.
Sono adorabili.
Solas lived here. The Dreadwolf. It was gonna have quirks.
Solas is the worst tenant I followed, and that's saying something.
Maybe they like you.
Do you follow the chantry? The pendant. I noticed it's Andrastian.
I barely keep the holidays. It's from an old job.
Oh, which one? Maybe I read about it in a Tevinter paper.
Rompi
I'm
coglioni.
barely in the papers.
Oh, but when you are, it's on the edge of something exciting. What about that one story with the demon, the diamond, and the deadbeat magister? Oh, they mentioned you twice.
That was a hit piece.
Così proprio che si intromette, che rompe.
Of course. Do the papers write anything else?
They write what sells. But their aim was at the Magister, not me. The real trick with that job was the client ratting me out to the demon.
What?
It's always something. Funny how that didn't make the print. Tell me you read the rest of the paper too?
Oh, yes. Sometimes they have these stories, serials. They're thrilling, except they come out in pieces. I only see a few papers a year. I never know how the stories end.
Nel The Winter?
Trust me, Bellara. I've read these serials before. Who's the second most innocent character? 10 gold says they're the killer.
What about the most innocent?
I don't know. They die.
What?
All right, Belle. You get me the name of your serial, I'll try and track the ending. Just don't say we didn't warn you. I'd like to go back anyway. Spend time in Docktown, pick up gossip.
Want company?
Why not? Ready to go when you are.
D'accordo. Dobbiamo andare a trovare i romanzi serali per... Va bene, lo faremo.
Look who's thoughtful.
Ecco il regalo. Ah! Ah, ok, gli ho dato nessun dialogo. Ok, più un po' di punti... Ok, completamente inutile. D'accordo. Io speravo in qualcosa di più. Vabbè, direi di andare allora... No, prima parliamo con Varric, poi andiamo a fare questa missione secondaria. Come stai, Varric?
There you are. I haven't seen much of you lately. I was getting worried. Everything all right? Wait, that dagger. I've seen it before.
Solas was using it at the ritual site.
No, before that. Shit, it can't be. Look at it, Rook.
Prima ancora? Prima del rituale? Quindi direi in Inquisition. No, aspetta. In che senso?
I have. Plenty. Ever since it hurt Harding.
Remember that story I told you about me and Hawk, Meredith and Orsino? How the trouble started in Kirkwall? On our expedition to the deep roads, that's what we found. That's what my brother tried to kill us for. An idol made of red lyrium. That sang a song which drove anyone who heard it mad.
Are you sure it's the same thing?
Quello di Dragon Age 2?
It's changed, but it's the same size. Same ring at the top. Not to mention, it's pure lyrium. No one, not even the dwarves in Orzammar, work pure lyrium like that. It's too dangerous.
If that's true, if this dagger is the red lyrium idol from your story, how did Solas cleanse it of the blight?
I have no idea. I can't believe you found it.
Oh, hey, Rook. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Quindi il pugnale che ha Solas, che ha usato Solas, è lo stesso idolo che Hawk ha trovato, che Full ha trovato in Dragon Age 2, fatto di lirium rosso, che Solas è riuscito a purificare. E ora è qui in Veilguard con Mark. Fighissimo. È sempre quello, a rappresentare quanto fosse raro. È quello che poi aveva Meredith alla fine.
You seem a little more comfortable with your new abilities. How are you feeling?
Things are weird, but I'm adjusting, I think. That's not what I came in here for, though.
All right, Harding. What's on your mind?
So, the Wardens. I know some. A married couple Varric and I met while we were tracking Solas.
I'd almost forgot about that. I really am getting too old for this shit.
You think they'll talk to us? After the first warden and everything?
It's worth a try. I can write them and hope.
Okay. Let's see who's in our corner.
È una delle prossime missioni che faremo, ma prima di tutto andremo a fare la missione secondaria al distretto del Molo.
Are we here for the Shadow Dragons?
I trade news with the Shadows, but it takes more than one source to get along here. Besides, I was doing this before they came knocking, before Varric too, right here in Docktown.
Nothing like coming back to the city.
You miss it?
No, a volte la odio.
I'm not sure I left on good terms.
Who does?
Some days it feels like Minrathous spit me out. And maybe I don't care that it did. If that makes me a bad shadow...
I wouldn't judge. Come on. There's paper sellers all over here.
Want to see if they got your name right?
Most papers don't say much, but read between the lines and you pick up a thing or two. I'm not here as much lately. I'll take what news I can get. Let's grab a few copies. We'll see if we can find Bellara's serials, too. All right, let's go.
So, before Varric, before the Shadows, you worked for...
Same as now. People who find me and have jobs worth taking. Docktown people, runaways, the desperate.
And you do this on your own?
I've got contacts, informants, people I cross paths with, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's just me. Okay, keep an eye out for paper sellers. We'll start on the north side of Lower City.
How many do we need?
Don't worry, I'm paying.
Drammi di palazzo, l'arconte nasconde dei segreti, sono sorti dubbi quando l'arconte ha lasciato il consiglio all'improvviso. Ok, no, niente, non è quello che ci interessa.
How'd you fall in with the Shadows?
I'd worked with some of them before. Not that they were upfront about it.
What changed?
I was after a missing person. The Viper was hunting slavers. Our paths had the same end.
And your missing person?
Free and breathing when we finished. The Shadows brought me in after that.
Ok, ci sta dicendo come è entrata nelle
One, please.
Draghi Ombra.
I'll save this one for the Viper.
So most of the time you work here alone. You like it that way?
Another rebellion? Here's what we know.
But you like us, right?
You're all right.
What happened in Marnus Pell?
One paper.
First-hand
Thanks.
account.
I've got a contact who works this area. Let's see if he's around.
Vediamo.
You've got a good eye. I was starting to think...
Okay. The charm's good against all manner of curses and manipulation. Fair price. And you won't find better in the Circle District.
Un
You won't
truffatore.
find better at the Circle, but you will off the docks. For half the price and twice the enchantment.
Nev.
Alec?
Oh, if you say it's... thanks, I'll pass. Sorry.
Hey, if I'd known, I would have told you. Come back next week. I'll buy another paper.
I write them myself. The Magisters. They don't print the truth.
Most honest thing I'll hear today. What about you? Is it something you're buying, my friend?
Rook, and no. But I've got a Treviso manor in need of tenants if you're willing to pay up front.
You know, I've made that one work. Can't go back to Voldorma, though. What about you, Nev?
Just looking for gossip.
Ripaga.
Not much
Con la
that
sta
interests
medicina.
We chased a relic through
Prende per il
Docktown.
culo.
The buyer was Venatori, but the smuggler belonged to the Thread Crime Syndicate. You're a thread?
We don't deal with cultists. Your smuggler broke the rules. She's out.
And the Venatori?
There's been more in Docktown. Boss says it's under control. But between us, I don't like it.
Then it's worth keeping an eye on. If you hear anything.
So will you.
You know a member of the Thread Crime Syndicate, personally.
Don't tell me you're surprised.
Adoro le sorprese.
That doesn't get, complicated?
What isn't?
I've heard some people have their shit together.
They don't. Some just keep it hidden. And others make the papers. Let's go.
No,
If we
la
want more
romance non
gossip,
ci
we
sta
need
in
more
questo
papers.
momento.
Let's head to the south side.
We'll take one.
Quali segreti conteneva la scatola dipinta? Riusciranno i nostri eroi a scoprire la verità e vorranno farlo davvero? Leggete qui il nuovo capitolo de Il coltello Ok, questo è quello che stiamo cercando.
One of Bell's cereals. Great. You know, Varric hired me not far from here. Come on, Slick. Stop a ritual. Save the world. It'll be fun. I should have said no.
The real news in Docktown. Get it here!
Paper. Thanks.
L'ultimo.
I think we've got enough.
What now?
Now I'm starving, and I know the best place in the city. The lighthouse doesn't have this.
What?
A view of the water. I don't know, it helps me think. But we've got places to be. Come on.
Fidatessa anche lei, nell'animo.
You! This fish won't eat itself. I said next time you were here it was free.
Sure thing, Hal. Next time.
Yeah, it's always something.
Joining Varric, us, do you really wish you'd said no?
No. I just have a bad habit of picking jobs that go sideways. You think I'd learn?
You said you'd take jobs worth taking.
That's what I tell myself.
This one was. The rest, we figure out as we go.
Varric said this job would end with Solas. We'd stop a ritual, then I'd walk away. But those gods escaped. Not much of a win. And if the world falls, the city goes too. It's not like I'll find work then.
Is that why you said yes? To save Minrathous?
People will tell you Minrathous is broken. And they're right. It's corrupt, petty. Saving the world won't fix it. I take the small wins, Rook. Hal's serving fish another day, getting past the next scrape alive. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you get more. But the tables always turn. It's better if you know it's coming.
Oh, beh, ogni tanto c'è qualche scena un po' più profonda come questa. Sa che quello che sta facendo non salverà Minrathous, ma eviterà che peggiori. Cerca di godersi delle piccole vittorie, anche se comunque preferirebbe avere di più. No, ecco, ora potrebbe starci. Anche perché è una cosa che può essere intesa anche fuori dall'essere romantici.
We, got in over our heads, didn't we?
Same old story.
The gods weren't a twist?
I've seen worse.
Then I'm glad you stuck around.
Misery loves company.
Ok, trovo un'eluvian che conduca alla Underfell Alte. D'accordo, è il momento di tornare nel Crocevia e vivremo sicuramente un altro ricordo di Solas. Salve Caronte. Viaggiamo.
To other shores.
That cold. I felt it the moment the boat docked.
That's the Fade going right to your bones.
Darkspawn, let's clear them out.
Under fire! Watch it!
I can't believe you found the end to my cereal. The poison was inside the ring.
Glad it worked out.
It did. Well, not for the poison drinker,
Another of those
but he
Fenrirel
murdered
altars.
the neighbor's cat, so for the cats... Anyway, you and Rook had me worried, but it ended happy.
And when you don't read the sequels, those endings stick.
There's a sequel? Have you read it?
No, but trust me. Tragedy sells in Minrathous. More story? Better chance things go sideways.
Over there, another entryway like the
Ecco,
one that took us...
un terzo ricordo.
It's happening again. We're in another of Solas's memories. Remember last time, the past really can still hurt you.
Andaran Atishan, Lassa Gilan.
Spirits, Fade friends, come forth. Enter the circle. Reveal yourselves.
Solas, whatever happened in this memory, he was personally involved.
Spirits, the Dread Wolf asks for your assistance on a crucial mission.
The false gods, the Evanuris, have overreached. I shall humble them. Within this citadel lies a relic, with the power to imprison even a god. With it, I can bring their tyranny to an end, forever.
You are spirits of chaos, disorder, and disruption. We ask you to disrupt the Citadel's defenses. Give us the opening to get that relic. For freedom!
More visions of the past.
Ok, questo ricordo ci preannuncia più
Solas sent these
interessante.
spirits out to fight the gods. If we're spirits of disruption, let's act like it.
Oh, I think I'll be good at that.
Spiriti della distruzione.
Spirits! How did the wolf call up so many?
Boom!
Remember, they can hurt us. Stay sharp.
Vai, distruggiamo qualsiasi cosa.
Okay. We're through.
The gods told us this fortress couldn't be breached!
More enemies. Go!
They've changed their plans. Elganon may be a tyrant, but he is not a fool. That means the relic is genuine. We are close, and Elganon is afraid. Put our strongest in the vanguard. Prepare to breach the citadel. It will not be easy, but we shall win the day.
Disruption, lead the charge and do what you do best. Whatever champions the gods send against you,
Distruzione.
bring them down.
Perché prima senza il velo, con l'oblio e la realtà unite.
Death to all tyrants! You must hold fast! For victory!
The gods send aid! This is as far as you go!
Quanti cazzo sono?
Disruption fought to the last, and it was all for nothing. We couldn't take the Citadel.
Wait, that body's me?
It was not for nothing, my friend. The distraction the spirits gave us allowed our agents to retrieve the relic.
Distraction?
No force could have breached this citadel. But it was necessary for the enemy to believe we were committed. A heavy sacrifice, but one that gave us a real chance to end the war.
You knowingly sent all those spirits to their deaths. Solas, we're supposed to be better than that.
They died true to their nature, doing what they loved, Falasan. Let that be a comfort, that this war did not corrupt them into something different from what they were supposed to be.
Quindi in quel mondo i demoni e gli spiriti erano come un'altra razza, diciamo.
That's all it was. By this point, Solas didn't care who he sacrificed if it meant stopping the Evanuris.
Maybe they would have volunteered to die for his cause, but he never asked.
Let's see what this fragment can tell us.
Li trattavano come qualsiasi altro elfo, cioè la loro vita era importante quanto quella di qualsiasi altro elfo. Ok, eccoci arrivati a quest'altra zona degli Eluvian. Quanti ce ne sono ancora? Sembra che abbiamo ancora tanto da fare. Alcuni sono rotti e basta, però altri sono integri, ma chiusi. Raggiungi le Anderfell alte. Andiamo.
Wardens Evka and Antoine answered our letter. They're willing to talk.
In the middle of nowhere?
Where the first warden won't notice. But if they don't listen...
Your distraction worked. Could have said it when we were farther away.
Désolé, I didn't say it was a good plan. Ah, you made it! Harding, we meet again.
Antoine, Evka, you look well.
And you must be Rook. Heard some colorful things about you.
Ho fatto bene a portare Harding, anche perché Mark l'avrebbe fatto, essendo che lei ha trovato questa coppia. Lei sapeva dove trovarla, quindi non aveva senso portare nessun altro.
I know, but you showed up anyway.
Well, your letter was... desperate.
Harding?
What? Aren't we desperate?
Let's hear what you've got to say.
The elven gods are changing the blight. Darkspawn too. There was a village, Demetta's Crossing. They overran it with the blight in a snap. We saw the aftermath.
Whatever they're planning, it's bad. And if it involves the blight, we need Warden help.
A change. Manipulation. That could explain. But...
you believe me?
That the elven gods are here, and... It's a lot to accept. But we've been looking into oddities with the blight ourselves. It's altered. I can feel it. And your story...
A lot lines up.
È contento che finalmente qualcuno dà attenzione a quello che ha da dire.
Whatever you've heard from the first warden, we're trying to help.
Yeah, we're getting that.
If the first warden believes that village was an aberration, or that it did not happen as you say...
We're not exactly the first warden's favorites. Your word and our theories won't win the whole order.
So what do we do?
If the Darkspawn are changing, Davrin might help. Even among wardens, he's known as a monster hunter. He got pulled on a mission. Not sure what, but it's farther into the mountains. We can get you a rough location.
I married someone with good advice. You find Davrin, and we'll keep after the blight.
Thank you. Both of you.
You can thank us if this works out.
Travel safely. We'll be in touch.
Well, I'd say we found the camp. So did some Darkspawn, looks like.
The fire's still going.
Were they ambushed?
Un'imboscata di... Hanno avuto un'imboscata... Chi possedeva prima qui il campo. Non te la stanno facendo adesso a noi. Invece no. Ha un animale.
Easy, boy.
I'll be damned. A griffin.
Un grifone?
Trouble is, he's not sure what you are. Neither am I.
Rook, Evka and Antoine sent us. We're looking for Davrin.
You found him. Mind telling me why you smell like Darkspawn? Griffins hunt Darkspawn.
Abbiamo sentito... Si parla fin da Origins delle leggende dei Custode Grigi con i grifoni. Ma si erano estinti i grifoni e forse quelle leggende non sono mai state vere, ma a quanto pare invece no. Forse lui... Quel grifone è piccolo, è un cucciolo ancora ed è qualcosa di estremamente raro che Darwin ha trovato. Nel caso è molto interessante. Non siamo noi.
We don't smell that bad. It's the tent.
Blight? Where are Lancet and Remy?
The camp was empty when we got here.
Hassan, to the trees!
We can help.
Try to keep up.
Andiamo. Darwin da parte. Finalmente abbiamo un guerriero.
Follow the squawks.
I thought griffins were extinct.
Esatto.
We want the world to think that. It's why we're training in the middle of nowhere.
Davvero?
Don't get too far ahead.
Quindi non è così raro.
That kinda sounded like a no.
If he even listens.
Li tengono così nascosti che nemmeno i custodi grigi del Tedas ne sono a conoscenza? Wow.
He spotted something.
Darkspawn.
Dead Darkspawn. These are part of the training.
Hassan was half right.
There's no time for half wrong. Hassan, we're looking
Mezzo
for
torto,
live
pessimista.
He understands?
Not sure he understands anything but dinner. Keep on it, Hassan. They're around here somewhere.
Ah, cosa fai esattamente? Ah, usa il grifone, top.
That's impressive. You teach him that?
No, Lancet and Remy did.
Il suo potere è il
They're
grifone.
the Griffin Whisperers.
So you're the bodyguard.
Griffins are the Warden's greatest. Hold up. There's the Darkspawn.
No, voglio sentirlo finire di parlare. Vabbè, sono il lascio più importante. Sono uno dei. Sono lo strumento più importante dei custodi, ok.
I hate fighting Darkspawn. Something in me just recoils from them.
Il possedimento più importante dei custodi, ecco. Ok. Un'altra custode?
Remy, where are you hurt?
Everywhere. A monster came out of nowhere. Darkspawn were following it. Lancet ran ahead.
It's back?
Davrin, remember. A light touch. Hassan's still learning.
You're the trainer.
Not anymore.
We have to keep going. Let's get through here. Those two statues are the spare
Troppo
key.
tardi.
Line up the symbols.
What did you mean by it's back?
Something's stalking Grey Wardens. We call it the Gloom Howler.
Una città delle tenebre?
Started happening 7-8 months ago. Darkspawn obey it. There's some kind of hold over them. Hassan, on me! No time for hide and seek, Hassan. This is real.
Ecco un no, sembrava più grande il grifone perché sembrava più in alto. Invece no, è sempre lui.
Elby grows into it.
More Darkspawn here.
Lancet's trying to stop the Gloom Howler. It's going after the other Griffins.
There are...
The bridge is out.
This place is falling apart.
Ci sono dei grifoni anche più grandi?
That's our way through this. Good job.
Watch out, Rook.
Chi ha tirato sta freccia? Ah, è prole oscura.
We have to get through here. Hassan can help with the fight.
Watch out, one more to go. Big one.
I see it.
Oh. Vai. Distruggi sto schifo di corruzione.
Never seen Darkspawn this bold. Not unless there's a blight.
There's a blight.
The Wardens told you this?
I told them, but your first warden doesn't want our help.
He's a stubborn one.
Why does the Gloom Howler want the Griffins?
The real question's how it knows about them. Up until now, it only went after wardens. Now it shows up here with a rabble of darkspawn? These griffins are a secret.
Oh, finalmente abbiamo un personaggio che è esperto, che è più duro ed esperto. Oh, bene. Vai, cavo.
Hi.
Hi.
The area's not far.
There's a body over there.
Damn it, it's Lancet. I want this thing's head on a pike.
È soddisfacente distruggere sta roba di corruzione.
What is that?
Made the gloom howl.
Dove delle tenebre, ma chi è? È un nuovo prole oscura, nato dai nuovi poteri che stanno acquisendo, dalla nuova potenza che sta acquisendo.
Exploding darkspawn? What is this?
Questa abbiamo già incontrata noi.
This blade's different.
Sì, si sta evolvendo. Troppo la via, Piero.
I can hear the other griffins. Let's get in there.
Ce n'è uno qui. Ma sono tutti cuccioli perché li stanno allenando
We have to
forse.
get them out of there.
Can't. Some kind of blood magic on these locks. It's okay, Highness. Calm down. You too, Rumtail. We'll come back for both of you.
Capito, ma prima di distruggere l'urlatrice, probabilmente è lei che ha incantato i lucchetti. Per evitare che ci aiutassero. E per danneggiare i Custode Grigio, che potrebbero essere una minaccia contro l'oscura e contro gli dei. Babam!
Heads up. We've got one more dark.
Ogri impazzito. Oddio. Che l'hanno fatta? Sono salito di un altro livello, assurdo. Ma quanto sto salendo di livello? Che schifo. Vai, sali. Eccola. Un nuovo tipo di prole oscura.
The blood is mine.
Cosciente, parlante anche lei.
I'll spill mine before that happens.
Anche lei come Coritius e l'altro di Origins.
On both of you.
Leave these animals alone. They aren't yours.
They've always belonged to me. Mortal threats are a dull blade.
Che cazzo ha fatto? Li ha rubati? O li ha uccisi?
There are only 13 griffins alive in Thetis. That monster just took 12 of them.
Chissà perché me lo
What if
aspettavo.
we can help get them back?
I'd ask, what's the catch?
I need a monster
Cosa ti
hunter
rapiti,
for the
ok.
blight to end all blights.
The first warden agreed to this?
Comunque mi aspettavo che succedesse qualcosa, che il suo grifone rimanesse l'unico. Però no, non è davvero l'unico, perché sono stati rapiti, non uccisi, quindi possiamo ancora salvarli. A parte che i grifoni pensavo fossero estinti, quindi se può salvarli meglio, però sì, devi aiutarci comunque, in cambio. Ne abbiamo... ci farebbe molto comodo, è importante. Non ci serve il permesso.
I don't need permission to save the world.
I do. Usually.
These are unusual times.
Well, you did save Hassan back there, so you're no lightweight. And if you can help get the other griffins back...
He likes the idea.
He's hoping you brought food. All right. Come on, Hassan. Let's get to know our new friends.
Dai, sto tipo un po' più duro, un po' più pragmatico, mi piace. Dove è finita Harding? È scomparso, vabbè.
So this is where you live, huh? In the Fade?
Yeah, it's cozy. And the gods can't find us here.
Right. Never going to get used to that.
We'll find you and Hassan a nice...
Che è successo?
What's wrong?
Everything's wrong. Treviso and Minrathous are both under attack.
Blighted
Cosa?
dragons. 2 of them. 1 for each city.
Damn it! So the dragon at Demeter's Crossing wasn't the only one.
You got back just in time.
Harding se n'è andato un attimo prima per vari motivi, perché dovevano parlare loro due. Va bene, dai, vediamolo in questo modo. Colpo di scena!
Alright, what do we know?
2 dragons at once has to be the gods behind it.
Treviso's a merchant city. It has no defenses, and the canals run everywhere. If we don't stop that dragon, people will die. Innocent people.
Immagino possiamo scegliere solo una delle due città.
People. They either die right away from the dragon, or slowly after, from blight in the water. We need to go to Treviso.
And leave Minrathous to burn?
Neve.
You're a shadow, Dragon Rook. You know the Viper, Tarquin, every damn shadow. We'll fight to the end, but people will get hurt, or worse. And if we fail, the Venatori will take advantage. They'll make a push for the throne, and hand the gods the entire Tevinter Empire.
Ha ragione, cazzo, però, è vero, Minrathous è la capitale, è ancora più importante. E poi, cioè, non possiamo salvare entrambe. Questioni personali a parte, una città vale l'altra. Non è che cambia molto. L'unica cosa che cambia davvero è che Minrathous è la capitale. È la capitale e se cade può essere peggio, perché i Venatori potrebbero, appunto, come ha detto Neve, prenderne maggiore vantaggio. È vero. Che tipo di draghi sono?
Is there any chance we can...
Damn it! There's no time! It's my city. Ah, city. I need to be in Minrathous.
And I must go to Treviso. Go where you feel you must, Rook. We cannot wait.
What's our move, Rook?
Aiuta Lucanis e i Corvi a proteggere i cittadini di Treviso dal drago corrotto e dalla relativa contaminazione. Aiuta Neve e le Ombre a fermare il drago corrotto da Minrathous e a impedire ai Venatori di ascendere al potere.
We help Neve in Minrathous.
But the Treviso civilians.
E gli abitanti di
Yeah,
Minrathous...
I know. I don't like it either. But if the Venatori take control of Tevinter, it's gonna get a whole lot worse. That said, 2 of you should go to Treviso. See if you can help Lucanis get the civilians to safety. And we'll head to Minrathous.
Understood.
Let's all try to make it through this alive, alright?
Lasciamo Darwin e Bellara a occuparsi di Treviso, un guerriero fortissimo e una maga. La ladra arciere viene con me.
Dragon circling the Anderella's grounds. Gotta hurry.
Cazzo, corri. E poi l'ho fatto anche perché, dai. No, non l'ho fatto per, ma mi viene da pensare. Magari troviamo per lui?
I was expecting it to be bad.
No, dubito, però. Vediamo.
Neve has to be around here somewhere. Let's go.
They need to stop. Your lord demands death.
Bam. Ok, dai, mi piace la situazione in questo momento. Mi piace il plot. Poi se deve salvare, poi questione dei venatori a parte, se deve salvare i corvi o i draghi ombra, preferisce salvare i draghi ombra che combattono per la giustizia piuttosto che i corvi che assassinano senza pagamento. Va bene, lo proteggono anche Antiva, però vai, corri Marca. Salva quei pochi legami che hai.
Rook, about time.
You knew I'd come?
It's your city too.
The dragon's tearing up the city, and the Venatori are taking advantage of the chaos to seize control. I've heard they've made it all the way to the Archon's palace.
Forget the Venatori for now. We need to stop the dragon. We can't fight it while it's flying. We need to ground it. If we can keep it here, we can stop it from destroying the city.
All right, let's see if I can get its attention.
Andiamo.
Witness the handiwork of immortals!
Nice move! Making the rest of us look bad, Rook.
The gods in power!
Dura, eh?
Chaos, decay, the past in ruin.
Gilanan, più di là c'è un'altra dea.
Gillanane!
L'altro
We
dio.
need only one thing from you. Surrender it, and you may go. Give up the Dread Wolf's dagger.
Come get it.
By force, then. Whatever remains of you will become my new creation.
Contro un drago. Minrathous denterovente.
That's unexpected. What should we do?
What we came to do.
Combatte un drago.
Whatever you say.
Sarà molto dura. Ho questa sensazione.
Good to go.
Ah, però sono giù lanciamento magari, sì. Da puntare a quello. No. Ok.
us again.
Ma mi insegue, cavolo.
That one's that one. Range incoming.
Ma non gli facciamo niente. Preso. Cazzo. Ma se n'è andato. Effettivamente era troppo potente per essere ucciso in questo momento.
It's gone, but it's wounded.
Killinane will heal it. Then it'll come back stronger. If only we were faster or figured out its weaknesses a little quicker.
Or able to keep it grounded.
Take the win. Dragon's still out there, but it could have been worse. It would have been worse if you weren't here.
The dragon in Treviso. We could still help.
Let's go. Hold on, Lucanis.
Possiamo ancora farcela, dici? Niente inquisizione. Vabbè, effettivamente non mi aspettavo che avessimo trovato l'eroe, ovviamente. Cioè, l'ho detta così giusto per, ma era ovvio che non ci fosse. Arriverà molto più tardi.
We chased away the dragon in Minrathous. Did you kill the one?
We did not.
That monster flew around the city for hours before it left, utterly out of reach.
It rained ice on the city and spread blight in the canals. Treviso survives for now, as do the crows, but...
I can't be in two places at once. I made a choice and hoped the center would hold.
Minrathous has mages, walls. It's not an open invitation to a dragon.
It wasn't a normal dragon. We couldn't even kill it. We just fought until it left.
Rogue, you know Grey Wardens. Can they do anything about the blighted canals?
Maybe not right away. They'll have their hands full with the gods.
Just send them word, please.
We will not be idle. There are people to save and Antam to be made examples of. The city must know who did this. Give us time, Rook. If you truly wish to help, the crows will have work.
The others, Neve, are they all right?
They are.
Then I can focus on Treviso. Once we find our footing, the blood of these gods will flow.
Mi aspettavo che sarebbe successo qualcosa di più no, mi aspettavo che durasse di più questa missione. È durata molto poco. Peccato da quel punto di vista, però comunque interessante.
Blighted dragons, darkspawn obeying the Venatori? Maybe Solas will know something.
Solas saprà qualcosa? Magari. Quindi Treviso è... Cavolo! Guardate però la conseguenza. Ora Treviso è completamente circondata dalla prole oscura. Guardate che cazzo. Chissà cosa sarebbe accaduto a Minrathous, però se non fosse andato là. Gli dispiace, però non c'era altro che potesse fare. Non si sente in colpa per aver scelto Minrathous. Sarebbe accaduto lo stesso laggiù se fosse venuto qua. Non lo stesso, però qualcosa di altrettanto grave comunque.
Greetings, friends. Chance Candide, at your service.
I'm Rook.
Ah, Taya and Viago have mentioned that you can be trusted, and I require assistance. The blight has piled itself onto the streets, choking off the city. We cannot have it. I will mark where it is worst. Please, go and clear it away. But be cautious. We do not have a good idea of what lies inside it.
Facciamo questa missione prima, intanto che qua provo a fare già qualcosa. Diffidente, dopo l'attacco del drago corrotto a Treviso, Lucanis è più distante e restio ad aiutare. Lucanis non userà più capacità di supporto, le capacità offensive sono più efficaci, i progressi della relazione sono più lenti. Figo. Molto figo.
Look at what the blight has done to this place.
Cuore centrale, guardate qui. Quanti tentacoli. Sono delle mosche, guarda quanti ratti. La gente è morta, ormai proprio completamente marcia, mangiata dai ratti, dalle mosche, dagli insetti, che schifo.
There, that pile of blight. That's what Chance wanted us to clear out.
Can't let it spread. Treviso's hurt as it is.
Target those blight boils. That should be it.
Watch your left.
I hate to say it, but we should take a look at that darkspawn. Something was off about it.
Tu dici, eh?
This darkspawn's wearing a necklace? The pendant's shaped like a crow. We need to show this to Chance.
Come un corvo? Un vero corvo o come uno della gilda?
Chance, we got rid of the blight in the streets, but we also found this crow pendant on a darkspawn.
Is that... This was Ayres, our trainer for the fledglings. She went missing. That darkspawn you fought must have been... May she rest. And sadly, I must ask you to search for another wayward crow.
Corvo
Who is it?
perduto?
Fletcher, our provider of fine goods, is also missing. They were sending me reports of Antom movements. Despite this blight, our invaders are planning something. Here are Fletcher's roots. If the blight found them, they deserve a clean end. Like any crow.
Ah, ho capito! Quindi quel prole oscura potente era un corvo. Era un corvo. Che è diventato tale. Comunque che palle dispersa. Con quella lettera particolare strana. Perché quel personaggio è non binary. Quindi che cazzo, non ha senso. È orrenda quella lettera. Non c'entra un cazzo. Nel dubbio metti disperso. Fine.
We're under fire.
Excellent form, Rook. Right side.
We should check the body to make sure it's really Fletcher. A sealed tube with notes and code? We should take this back to Chance and let him know Fletcher's at peace.
Sì. Quindi alcuni corvi sono corrotti in prole oscura. Quindi hanno sicuramente perso uomini.
Chance? We found Fletcher.
Maker, guide them to your side.
Guide
Fletcher
them.
also had these notes.
Always scrupulous. If this is information on the Antom...
Are you alright?
Merely a cold. Thank you, my friends. I must now think and figure out what the Antom are plotting.
Oh, si è riparata da questa scala. Infatti c'è il nostro custode qua.
What? You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen. Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the Griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I meant Asan.
Oh. I guess we're both adjusting.
Then where did Asan and the others come from?
Way I heard it. Someone found a journal a few years back that mentioned a secret clutch of eggs. They'd been hidden for centuries, protected by a ward. Started hatching and out came 13 talkative griffins. Now, down to just one.
Non è detto. Potremmo
What's
salvare
the
gli altri.
history between Grey Wardens and Griffins?
Back in the day, Grey Wardens raised them as aerial cavalry. When a blight got going, Wardens rode them into battle. Eventually, war took its toll. They died out.
Quindi da lì impararono che portarli in guerra era un grande sacrificio, quindi hanno deciso di utilizzarli in un altro modo? Magari, no, di allevarli in segreto, utilizzarli proprio in caso di estremissima necessità, non lo so.
Well, a confused griffin should fit right in around here.
Appreciate it. There's no training manual for them anymore.
I guess we'll figure it out together.
Griffins don't trust easily. Lancet and Remy had to work to win them over. They said a warden and a griffin have to move as one. Think as one. They call it Turlum. Sort of unity. But now, they're both dead.
Why'd the Gloomhowler attack the Eyrie?
I intend to find out. First it stalks wardens. Now it's after the griffins.
Doesn't seem right that they go extinct twice.
Not if I have anything to say about it. You sure you'll have time to help? You've got a lot on your plate. Elgernon and Gillenane. Hard to believe.
Can't be easy hearing that your own gods are ending the world.
Elves have enough trouble. Don't need this on our heads too. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
Affrontare la divinità di tutti i mostri e nel contempo il dio della vendetta.
I'm not blind. It keeps me awake at night.
Just making sure you know what you're in for.
And we're all in for it.
Well, I've been in a staring contest with death most of my life. Haven't blinked yet. What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Un grifone che mangia patate. Ah, sono lì.
How did you get so good at fixing alluvians?
Oh, it's mostly a survival thing. Accidentally release a couple demons or rile up the local wildlife with misdirected magic a few times and you learn what not to do.
Oh.
Ovviamente impara da quello che non bisogna fare, Bellara. Ovviamente. Bellara mi sa che è proprio la prova vivente della veridicità del detto sbagliando si impara. Le stanze diventano sempre più decorate. Comunque, canonicamente, Mark incontra Varric poco spesso. Visto che l'ultima volta che ci avevamo parlato diceva da quanto tempo che non ti parlo? Quindi medita.
When last we spoke, you intended to assault the cruel and the corrupt, in hopes of finding servants of Elgernon and Gillenane. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antam are working for Elgernon and Gillenane.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antam want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
It's more than a promise this time. The Antam and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Venatori brought into Minrathous. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The blight. Of course.
The blight seems to be the gods' favored tool right now. We ran into Venatori who could control Darkspawn.
Elgernon would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Gillenane will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the blighted dragons.
That is the fate Elgernon and Gillenane planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
Corruzione e schiavitù non è quello che volevano già fare prima ancora che tu creassi il velo.
Right. Everyone should be free and uncorrupted when your demons and raw magic kill them.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison, the one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
So, best guess, how many deaths? Hundreds? Thousands?
At least. Those deaths would have been on my conscience. But the world would once again be as it should be.
Oh, and here I was worried.
Many would have died, I know. But afterward, flowers would grow again.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man. All too aware of his failings. But equally aware that if he did not act, accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
Un nome meno brutto.
I'm going to stop the gods my way, without getting thousands of innocent people killed.
Confidence. Certainty that you can do better. I believe I can work with that. If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the Lighthouse Illuvian?
Yeah, we found the crossroads. It's still confusing, though.
I cannot help you from in here. You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elganon's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
I've got a few of them. Their leaders don't trust me right now, though.
I have faith in you, Rook. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
Come lui stesso.
Solas thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
I wouldn't trust the Dreadwolf, but he's not wrong about us needing a dragon hunter. I've been a warden for a while. Seen some pretty awful things. But what the dragon did to Treviso? I'll never get that out of my head. Lucanis stayed. Said he'd be back soon, but at least you took care of yours.
We heard it but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
A dragon hunter would have helped him in Minrathous, that's for sure.
That's hindsight talking. We didn't know a blighted dragon was coming, or that we'd need someone who could take it down.
We can't forget the second dragon in Treviso. We should see how we can help, but we're without Lucanis until he's done helping the crows. Who knows how long?
Hey, let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Just so we're clear, you're taking advice from this elven god, Solas. The Solas who tried to tear down the veil? You really trust him?
He's been right about a lot of things. He knows how Elgarnon and Gillenane work. We need him.
As long as you're sure.
So, a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry. Not relevant. I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
All right. We all know what to do. Let's get going.
Approvano tutti, senza che abbia fatto davvero niente, solo per concluso il dialogo, vabbè. Quindi Bellara ci porterà dal negromante, mentre Harding ci porterà dall'ammazza Draghi.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from a group of Ravani treasure hunters called the Lords of Fortune.
Sounds promising.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Ravane coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
What do you know about what's going on in Ravane right now?
Not much more than you do. Varric and I never went there while hunting Solas. The Kunari were on pretty good terms with Ravane, but that was before the Antam military broke away from the rest of the Kun. I wouldn't be surprised if the Antam invaded Ravane like they did Treviso and Eastern Tevinter.
Davvero? Sono separati dal Kun, gli Antam? Ecco perché non li chiamano Kunari? Sono una forza militante a sé stante adesso?
I hope someone can. We don't want to fight another dragon without help.
Time to find out if the crossroads can get us to an alluvion in that area. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
L'ammazza Draghi. Andiamo a parlare anche con Bellara. Ovviamente.
Okay, Bellara, what's your lead on getting us a fate expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Rook, so we need a fate expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a fate expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navarra?
Mediamente cupa? Okay.
About, a 6?
I see. Bellara's correspondent is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, a fate expert and powerful psychagogue.
Where can I find him?
The professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately they grow restless.
About a 6? Andremo prima a cercare la mazza Draghi con Harding, che mi sembra... non so, mi va. Non c'è un vero motivo. In realtà sembra molto interessante anche quella del negromante. Ma vedremo. Prima facciamo quella di Harding, perché effettivamente la mazza Draghi è molto importante. Ma il prossimo episodio, perché è durato già un bel po' questo, quindi direi di fermarci qui. Voglio vedere come va avanti la storia, capire come si evolve, perché per ora non è male. Fatemi sapere cosa ne pensate delle scelte di Mark, del fatto che ho preferito Minrathous all'altro, a Treviso, non l'altro, vabbè. Alla fine ha scelto Minrathous anche, non solo, non è il motivo principale, ma anche perché ci sono i draghi ombra. Mark sa di potersela fare, sa di poter gestire la situazione se ottiene altri compagni e altri aiuti. Può farcela, può farcela. Ci vediamo alla prossima.